Hi everyone, welcome in again. I just came back from the post office and the sidewalks are so icy that I decided I wasn't going to get much of my um, errands done today because it was quite dangerous and going there. And so the sidewalk for coming back to where I am was de-iced, but the other side wasn't. So I just decided I'll do that stuff probably later, probably tomorrow. So yeah, I'm back for more streaming. Probably gonna work on more orders. I have some more bats to make, and so gonna be working on that for a bit. I have black yarn here. I have my pattern. Hi, welcome. I I told you thank you for your donation on my live stream earlier today, but I'll do that again since you're here now. Thank you so much. I appreciated that a lot. And I appreciate your presence here. And so, huge thank you. Earlier today, I was eating fries on the stream as my breakfast because I had leftovers from yesterday, and so that's what I was having. Let me see. I need to find my pattern. Where is it? Okay, I found it. Now I'm gonna make that stuff smaller. Hopefully. Oh boy, it's gonna be a problem because every time I try to make it bigger, it's okay. It's gonna cover my screen, but that's no big deal, I guess. As long as I can see what the pattern says. Okay. I got my little tea here. This is holiday tea. Um that's the name of it. It's plum flavored. It's quite good. It's a little bit spicy as well. And I like it. And I'm just waiting for it to brew for a little while here because I just made it. Oh, I'm gonna put the pattern in the chat. Just give me a second. I'm making a bat because I've had orders for like 3 bats or something. I've had a lot of them. So the pattern is by Oya Sam Toys. If I can find it, it'd be great. Okay. I think I found it. Okay, we will link her page here now. Okay. There you go. And I think it's even on sale right now. Yeah, our patterns are on sale right now. So if you want to look that up, she's got a bunch of really cute amigurumi with the very big eyes. And so, yeah, right now I'm making a pair of wings. And I've made like 2 of them for previous orders. Now making more. So I keep making bats, and I keep remaking the same color over and over again because it's what people want. So it's black and red, and it's really cute. It's the bat I made for Matthew from Skinny Puppy, and ever since the fans have seen it, they all wanted one. So I've made a bunch. I've made a bunch of bats. All right. Okay. Um, are you working on anything? What are you up to right now? Okay. Just have to make my chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. When I train for the first row, I always like to go inside the back loop of the chain, like uh, the back, not the loop, but the the bump, the back bump. I'm sorry, it's gonna be silent for a little while, just because for the first few rows I have to be really attentive to that. I want to make sure I don't mess it up. 6, 7. You're starting a cowl. That is cool. You finished a hat. Oh yeah, you're having snow. I don't know what the weather will be for the next few days, but the sky is quite covered at the moment. And as I said, the the streets are all icy right now, so which is why I struggled while I was going to the post office, and I decided to wait until all that gets taken care of later. So right now they are de-icing everything. I've not made uh, a cowl in a very long time. Actually, I've only made one. It was for a test. So that's interesting. I don't wear cowls because I feel like they're too tight around my neck. I don't like having anything around there. That's also why I cut my shirt collars, as you can see. Hi, Daphne. Welcome. What are you up to? Right now, I am making bat wings. Okay, just give me a second. I'm gonna have to recount this. I don't want to make any mistakes because I am early on in the pattern right now, so I'm just gonna count real quick and finish this. Sniff. This yarn is quite thicker than the other colors. This is Loops and Threads Soft Classics. Okay, just one stitch left to do. This is quite annoying because this stitch is quite tight to get in. Okay, I'm gonna have to get the yarn needle. I hate when that happens, when you can't get into the last stitch. Okay, I think this is better. I hope so because I just made my waterfall all over. Okay, and this is really annoying right now. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to do this, because if I don't, I'm gonna lose count, and I am gonna have to frog and start again. Okay, it's not wanting to go inside, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's going like around the stitch inside instead of inside. So yeah, um, just give me a moment. Bear with me, please. I'm sorry about the inconvenience. It has to be the exact amount of stitches because it's a piece of an amigurumi. It's not like a piece of wearable or something. Okay, let's see. Yeah, no, I can't have anything around my neck at all. I can't even wear necklaces. Even if it's just loose, I can't deal with that, so I can't wear that. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. I just have sensory problems, so I can't wear anything. But I'm not trying to tell you not to wear it. Of course, I know that different people have different things they can wear and everything. Uh, so yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Um, okay. So I tested a cowl pattern for someone, but it was a convertible hat something, and we were supposed to model it, and so I didn't do that, and I modeled only the hat part, which didn't technically respect my contract, but I think it was okay. But yeah, it was cute actually. I don't have the pattern to it anymore, but it's a pattern with XDC, so it uses the little crust over double crochets, so it was really cool. And the top is open, so you weave in a cord around it, um, and you can tighten that to make a hat and wear it on your head, so you can tie it into a little bow at the front, and if you undo that you can wear it as a cowl uh, as well. So it was quite interesting. I might have a picture of it. I have pictures of it, but I don't have the pattern anymore, unfortunately. I've not I lost contact with the person, but here is what it looks like. I don't know. Tell me if you can see that, cause I can't see my camera right now. But okay, so that is what it looks like as a cowl, and if you use it as a hat, that's what it looks like. So yeah, if you cinch the top like this, you convert it essentially. And I use that sparkly green because I have like 10 skeins of that. So I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit sparkly there. This is Hirschner's Halloween Shimmer, which was Hirschner's previous Halloween yarn. It was most of them were solid colors. I think they had two colorways that had like a bunch of different colors in them, and one orange and black or something. No, I think it was just a bunch of one with a bunch of different colors or something. And I had to frog it quite a bit, so I was getting upset at that. But I managed to do it in the end, and it turned out satisfying, I guess. Um, okay, I just have this tiny one stitch to get into here. All right. Don't you hate it when you work the second row and you're trying to work into the end chain there, and it's always kind of too tight. I don't know why. If it's me that struggles with tension or something. It's a nice sense of accomplishment. Yeah, especially when you have to frog it like 20 times. I was quite happy about that. No, not the frogging, but I was happy to finish it, because I had worked a bunch and I had to frog it midway because I didn't do the pattern properly and the designer wanted me to redo it. So, yeah, because she had overestimated the amount of yarn. The first thing that happened is she put an amount of yarn that was quite a lot more than the actual thing. So I said, okay, I'll use one of my big rainbow cakes, but that was too much and you couldn't see the colors in it. It was like yellow to green, so that at first that didn't end up working out, so I switched to a solid color, which the designer wanted me to use my color changing yarn because I said I would, but I think yeah. So I told her I can't do that because the colors are not gonna show, unfortunately, with this yarn. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now, really. But yeah, I switched to a solid color, and okay, I'm sorry, I'm not making any sense right now. Yeah, but that's not the reason she wanted me to use that. I think it's because all the other people were using solid colors, and so she wanted me to vary that a little bit. So unfortunately, I didn't end up doing that because my colors in my those are red heart roll with it sparkle, and the colors are too long, so on the hat you had the green and then light green and yellow, and those are pretty colors, but in a hat it looked kind of silly, so instead I switched to the other one because I didn't want to have to cut the cakes everywhere. I didn't want to color control. I just wanted to have one smooth sailing ride, so instead I just decided to, yeah, no, I frogged it and I just used the colors. But yeah, But and after that, I did the XDC the wrong way, so I had to frog it again. I'm sorry, I'm talking about my frogging adventures now. Okay, and what happened next is okay. I'm sorry, I have to frog this right now. Okay, I'm gonna have to start again. The count is not good right now. There's one too many stitch at the end. Yeah, there's one too many stitch, so I'm gonna start again. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna have to count, cause I have to get this finished quite soon. I'm really sorry again. I might leave the live actually, cause I don't want to be counting in your face. I know that's not polite. Um, so yeah, I'm very sorry about that. Thanks everyone for being so patient with me. I know that I'm not the most pleasant right now. So when I went to the post office, the guy, there's a guy, a delivery guy that was blocking the street where people needed to cross. And then he stares at me, he says, sorry, and hunches his shoulders. And I'm like, it's okay, do your delivery. And so the only thing though is that behind the truck there was a huge patch of ice. Like I'm not even making this up. You could have sent a whole classroom to skate on there, and it would have been like an ice rink. It was insane. Like you could have skated there just behind that truck where I had to go through, and I nearly fell down like maybe a few dozen times doing that. So yeah, it was quite dangerous going there. I don't remember what the name is for that, but yeah, it was not a smooth ride. And yeah, so I'm sorry. I know that's not interesting, but that's what happened with me today. Yeah, I fall all the time, being dyspraxic and all. I don't have a very good sense of balance. So I said that next time I was gonna bring skates. So right now, just to do the other post office runs and everything that I need to do, I decided to wait because I don't want to break my face. So your aunt calls you Grace because I'm not very graceful. That's funny. I'm not graceful either, the slightest. Sit, wait, no. When I was a kid, someone brought me to the ice rink, but usually my skates that I had are stiff around the ankles. Those I had when I was a child. I don't skate anymore because I can't, but um, the skates I had as a child were solid around the ankles, a little bit like hockey skates, but not really, you know. And so was used to that, but I can't use regular skates that are soft around the ankles because I'm not hypermobile, but I have hypermobility in my ankles. So the person who brought me lent me a pair of skates and she didn't check and she lent me a pair of soft skates and I fell on my wrists and I injured my arm quite badly doing that. And since it wasn't specifically broken, when I went for x rays, there was nothing. So they just sent me back home with nothing really, not even pain meds or anything, not even a sling. So yeah, I was injured for something like 3 months, and so yeah, since that happened, I've not really been anxious about skating again, if that makes sense. Because, you know, since then I've been scared of ice. But you know how it is, you're never supposed to stop your fall with your wrists. But here I was not knowing better at that time. So, hi, Granny D, welcome. You took a hard fall. I'm sorry to hear that. I get that. I'm prone to osteoporosis because I have a bunch of health conditions that are associated with it. So I'm probably gonna have to take supplements or something at some point. But yeah, I'm also afraid of falling and injuring myself because I fall all the time. And the boots I was wearing earlier today when I went to the post office are flat under them. They don't have any kind of texture. So I was just sliding everywhere trying to get around and it didn't work. Oh, I know why I had a problem earlier. It says to skip one stitch, but I didn't skip one stitch. Because the part that says skip one stitch is kind of a little bit covered by the sidebar there, so I don't really see it as well as I should. Well, I see it, but it's like kind of a little bit more to the left, so I don't really pay as much attention to it, if that makes sense. We are making bat wings right now. I've made this pattern so much. If anyone goes to my shop, like if you order something, feel free to customize that. And I don't mind remaking the same colorways, but it's always interesting to me to make new ones as well, and it can make it a little bit more fun. So, like, don't be afraid to use the customization box. I'm just saying that because people usually grab what they see, you know? I always send a picture of what I'm gonna use before I start working when it's a custom order. So, um, just to make sure the customer likes it, it's something I do. If you type something in the box, I will usually send you a photo of the materials. So, so- yeah. Okay, right now we'll just focus on that part to make sure I don't skip a stitch again or make something weird. Deux, 23, 24. Oh, we made it to the end this time. Great. Okay. Oh, mm. My back took a beating by walking on the ice there because I was all stiff like that. You know? You know when you try to walk on ice and your body becomes really, really stiff and tries to stay in one place? So, what are you up to, Granny D? I was just complaining about the weather and the states of the streets because the streets are in a bad condition right now. So, quatorze, 15. So, so- the tea that I'm drinking right now, the holiday blend, was given to me by my previous roommate. He had a bunch of teas that he didn't like, and so I got all of them, and that is how I built my collection of tea. Every everything that I didn't buy myself was given to me by my previous roommate. So that's how we functioned. He bought tea he didn't like and he gave them to me. So and I think I have talked before about the fact that he used to work at a tea store and so he would get. Oh, okay, you have to make a call. Go ahead. Um, so he used to work at a tea store, and so he would get a lot of samples and things. And a lot of the time, it was teas that he didn't necessarily like. So, all my way, my favorite teas are peppermint and spearmint. I quite like mint teas, so anything with mint is one of my favorites. Let me know your favorite tea if you have one. I'm already starting to feel hungry. I had my leftover fries for breakfast. I wanted to make poutine, but the poutine gravy that I bought was a little bit weird and it was full of onions. Onions are not something I like. So I discarded the gravy. So I had cheesy fries instead, but cheesy fries are quite good, so not complaining there. Okay. You might have already told me this, but I don't have memory. So Earl Grey is really good. Yeah, I like mint tea, but I also like mint ice cream. It's so good. But my favorite ice cream is pistachio. It's my favorite. And I like anything cherry flavored. I have a bunch of different um, cherry tea that uh, are in my collection. I don't know what I was going to say here, but I have a bunch of cherry tea. I have one that is white, a white tea, and I don't remember exactly what the other one is, but the other one almost tastes like jello, so it's good, but it's very intense and yeah, it's very fruity as well. One of my favorite teas is from David's Tea, and it's called Caribbean Crush. And I think it's discontinued now. I've not seen that blend, but it's very fruity and it's very flavored and it's quite nice. And when you drink it, it has kind of this reddish, pinkish tone to it, which I guess fits the theme quite well. I still have a tin of it that I got a few years ago, and it's quite well conserved because it's a metal tin. But yeah, fruity black tea is really good. Spicy teas as well, I do enjoy. Oh, pistachio ice cream is so good. I don't like caramel ice cream just because my dad tried to push it on me so much as a kid that now I'm just kind of like meh, you know. It's always the thing when someone tries to make you like something that you don't like and like buys it for you all the time. At some point you just really get tired of it. And so that's what happened with me and caramel stuff in general is I don't really like caramel that much anymore. Once in a while I'll get weird cravings and want some caramel candy bars or something just because it reminds me of my childhood. My dad would always buy them for me. But nowadays, like anything caramel flavored will not be really not my preference, I will say. Yeah. Oh, ginger tea is good. I like most green teas as well. And yeah, I've not tried hibiscus tea. I don't know how that's pronounced in English, but I've not tried that. Another one is Labrador tea, but not the regular one, but the one with the flowers in it, because my stepmother gathers it during the springtime, I think. I think it's during the springtime that she does it, but she always brings me some, and I have like 10 bags of that sitting in my cupboard. But it's really good. It's really delicate. The only thing is you have to brew it for not more than 10 minutes because it can be a little bit it can have weird effects on the brain. So and you can poison yourself apparently. It's not happened to me, but yeah, just kind of a warning. Mm-hmm. Ginger is really good. I just had an idea. If you'd like, I could go through my samples that my roommate gave me. Uh, my roommate and one of my old friends gave me a bunch of tea samples, so I could go through that and we could look at it because I have quite interesting ones. Why did I remove my gloves? I don't have to remove my gloves for that. I don't know why I just did that, but yeah. I have quite interesting ones, so I think I'll just go grab the sample thingies. I've tasted most of them, so I kind of have an idea of what they are. I'll be right back. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. All right. So, and I just got the tea I'm drinking right now just to show you, but this is a holiday blend and it's sugar plum spice. And yeah, it's really good and spicy and quite nice. I know it's for the holidays technically, but I don't mind. So yeah, this is herbal tea. I quite like herbal tea. It's my favorite. I got the little samples and they are in tiny bags, but okay, I don't know which one this is. This is just a tea that my friend wanted me to try, but she didn't write anything on the bag. So, and it smells quite good too. It's a little bit fruity. I think this might be. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but yeah. So here we have Bourbon Street Vanilla. This is from Mad Hatter's Tea. So it's a nice tea shop. I don't know if they're still around because this is a little bit older. Yeah, they have so many different ones. Cool. I'll look at that. I don't know how long my life will be, so if I'm done by then, I will look at this. Yeah. So yeah, Bourbon Street vanilla. It's quite good. I don't remember what it tastes like, but yeah, Jamaican rum, and this obviously tastes exactly what it says. And I don't really like rum in general, so a lot of them are alcohol flavored. They don't contain any alcohol, they just have that kind of flavoring to them. And so, yeah, I'm not a big fan of rum. It's a little bit too intense for me. Like, the sugary taste is intense. This is Midnight Jasmine. The names are in French, but I'm telling you in English right now. I like jasmine tea, one of my favorite. So this one is pretty much a regular one. Strawberry kiwi, I love this. This is very fruity. This is really sweet. And yeah, one of my favorites for sure. And I think I will save that for later after I'm done with the sugar plum tea. So this is just Earl Grey. This is creamy Earl Grey actually. So quite good as well. It has sort of a creamy taste to it. I don't know how to describe that. Orange spice. I said already that I'm not really a fan of orange spice, of orange tea. It's a little bit too I don't know quite how to say it, but the flavor to me just is too weird. I don't know. You don't like tequila at all. Yeah, I don't like tequila either. I've not been sick from it, but I've seen people get sick, and I'm just no. Chai vanilla chai, quite good. Obviously, it's one of the things I like. This is called Mojito Mystique or Mystic Mojito, depending on what you want. I enjoy mojito. I don't drink, but I have in the past. But yeah, these are quite good at mimicking the alcohol they are named after. So, and it smells so good as well. And I have Sleepy Hollow chai. Oh, I've not tried this one, I think. I've not tried this yet. What do you think Sleepy Hollow chai would taste like? I don't know. Probably chai because that's what it is. Provence. I don't know what that is in English, but I know I've tasted this before. Those are obviously herbs. So it probably tastes quite herb-y. I've tasted these some of these years ago, so it's hard for me to remember. Almond rocker. This is quite good. It has kind of a subtle taste to it. So yeah, yeah, this one was good. Ooh, mélange du moine. So basically monk mix. I don't know. I don't remember this one. Yeah, Sleepy Hollow. I wonder if they named it after the movie or if it's a specific tea blend. I wonder about that. A Christmas mix. This is if I smell it, I might be able to tell. Just hold on. This is spicy. This is definitely spicy. So probably a tiny bit like this, but a little bit more refined because these are from a tea store, a tea shop. This is pina colada. I don't like pina colada. Not my thing. Anything with so anything with coconut or something like that is not my favorite thing, especially pineapple. I like pineapple. I like that sort of flavor by itself. But yeah, no, pina colada, not my thing. So this is pure tea. I don't know how that's pronounced in English. And this is Scottish caramel. So I've not tasted this one yet. The bag is full. It's quite full. So I will try this one soon. I'm not a big fan of caramel in general. Yeah, you like pina colada. And this is another orange one. So I have two different ones. So both of these I don't really like. This is sencha. I got a big bag of sencha tea. And so all of this. My friend bought that actually, I think, and gave it to me. This is Santa's Secret. I have a whole bag of this. A big bag from the tea store. But one of my friends gave me a sample, so I have this as well. I think that's it. Oh, apple cider. Very, very good. Yeah. It smells good. And it tastes exactly like apple cider, so and this is like a very quick tea. Oh no, this one takes 5 minutes plus, so it's not a very quick tea. Okay, I was mistaken. It's the Santa Secret that's really quick. The Santa Secret, after like 3 minutes, you're done usually. Okay, here we have Mother's Little Helper. What is this? Oh, it doesn't say, but it doesn't have caffeine. That's all it says on the little bags. Mm. Yeah, the apple cider is so good. I want to smell this. Just open this. I want to smell it. Oh, it smells minty. It has mint in it. Good. Oh, I like this one. I will put it aside for later because I like this. Sleigh ride. Cool. That's another Christmassy thing here. Let's see what it smells like. Oh, this is a little bit spicy. It has tiny bits of. Oh, it has popcorn in it. Yeah, David's tea put weird things in their tea. So the apple cider has little bits of dried apple in there, and the Santa Secret has little candy canes, and this one has bits of popcorn. Quite interesting. But yeah, and this one that I just showed you, the mother's little helper has little blue flowers. So I don't know if you can see, but right there, blue flowers. So yeah, I'm gonna try these teas very soon once I'm done with this one. So yeah, this is my sample collection. I have more teas in my cupboard, but I'm not gonna show you everything, obviously, because yeah, David's tea can be a little bit expensive, but they have interesting things. They always have little surprises in their tea, like little flowers, little shapes, little bits of interesting things. So okay, this doesn't wanna. The air doesn't wanna come out. A, a guy I used to work with bought some loose leaf tea. It was found by a gal and she made a huge deal out of it, thinking it was. Oh no! Oh, you worked in a prison. Okay, I get it. But that's quite funny. And you're just like, no, this is tea, I promise. That's so funny. Okay, I'll just put this back because if I don't, I will forget it on my desk. But just, I imagine that she might have been worried that one of the inmates found it or something, or that it was going to be passed on to them. I don't know, but oh, but yeah, that's quite funny. And okay, ah, you have a very interesting collection of tea. Yeah, I guess I was lucky that my old roommate worked in a tea shop and brought me all of those and more. Like he brought me 10 different mint tea, a lot of them. So yeah. The one you had in the 70s didn't smell skunky like it does these days. Yeah, nowadays it's cut with a lot of stuff and it makes it smell nasty. Personally, I cannot deal with that smell because I have a very strong sensory problems with smell, and it gives me headaches actually. Even the one that is more mild, I should say. So yeah, I'm not a weed smoker at all, but I don't mind that other people do. as long as it's not in my yarn or around me, or in my house or something. Because, yeah, I have very strong uh, sensory issues with smells. And, like, just being in the same room as someone who's smoking it, I get big headaches, and I get a little bit dizzy. So personally, I don't do any of that, but tea is kind of my drug, as you can see. Also, in my family, we have kind of a weird relationship with that stuff. My dad becomes really aggressive whenever he smokes, and so because he used to smoke quite a bit too, like heavily, and it made him a little bit paranoid, to be honest. Which he himself said and tried to cut back for a while. For a while, struggling with that word right now. So yeah. Ow. Oh, okay. Back on the crochet piece. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and then I have to make two DC in the same stitch, and then a picot stitch. Oh no, okay, I did it wrong. It was two HDC. I'll do that again then. Okay. And what is it now? 8 HDC in the front loop. 1, 2, 1. Okay, I don't remember. How am I supposed to turn? Okay, I'll undo this then. I don't remember how it was going. I'm just gonna test it out real quick. Okay, I think it was definitely not that way. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what way it looked better when you turn, because right now I'm doing the bat wings and I'm doing the little peaks, the little peaks at the end of the wings at the bottom, because it goes like this. That's what I'm doing right now. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. You've only ever made one amigurumi, a bee. Oh, that's cute. You couldn't say no. I totally get that. That's that's cool, Granny D. Get those hands busy. There is a lot of counting involved with this pattern, so I apologize for the tons of breaks, but yeah. Okay, and now I have to frog everything. Uh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the count was off again. Mm, times 10, times- Oh no, I was not off. Now I am. Okay, I don't know what's going up with this pattern, but I keep being one off. Yeah, it is fiddly for sure. It's the primary thing I do because for my business, it's what people are most interested in. I made a bunch of shawls, but obviously those are more expensive, so not everyone likes that. Because I can sell an amigurumi for like $40 to $50, and a shawl would be like 150. So, and that's all in Canadian dollars, by the way. But on top of that, Etsy always takes a very big percentage. So, which is always how it is with selling platforms. Oh, thank you. I like making shawls. I haven't had the opportunity to do that. And as soon as I'm finished with 1,000 orders and everything, I'm gonna finish the shawls I have going on. And I have one which is my own pattern, the Everlasting Valley shawl, to finish, to take pictures and to finally release the pattern because it's been tested and everything, and it worked out great, but now it needs to be released. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on that and finishing the Darjeeling tea shawl by Red Teapot Atelier, which is also, it's quite close to completion. Uh, I've just been leaving it to rot. Mad at this. Okay, my customer just asked me what mailing service I was using, so yeah. Oh, my brain hurts. Yeah, absolutely. I have a lot of shawls as well. They're all in my shop, but people don't really buy that because it's really expensive. So I don't know what to do either. One, two, three, four. They're just in my closet right now. And yeah, they're piling up, and I don't have any more space for them, but I keep making them and starting new ones. Well, they are. I want to make more granny shawls, like granny stitch shawls. I like that, and it reminds me of my grandma because that's what she used to make. She made such pretty ones. She made me a blue one when I was a kid, and she made a red one as well that I kind of snatched from her. So, because red is my favorite color. It's going quite well right now. I'm on route 12 and this is the wing so far. So it's going smoothly. Oh, my leg is numb because I was sitting on my foot for a while there. The pattern I used was Fiber Spider. Granny meets Virus Shawl. Oh yeah, I like this one. It's cool. Yeah, it's so easy to make too. The pattern is like really straightforward. So I'm gonna be taking that out of the bag. Okay. Yeah, because I'm gonna use this for shipping. So for shipping very small objects. Oh, oh, that was painful. She tried to, but I was too young, and she wasn't very much of a teacher. And so she said she kept repeating, "You do like this, you do like this," and not actually teaching any of the stitches. So, and I was like 9 years old, so no, I didn't learn. She didn't teach me to crochet. YouTube taught me to crochet, but she tried, you know. She was really into crafty stuff, and she's kind of the reason I am into that now. But yeah, she kept going, "You do like this, you do like that," and I didn't get it at all. It was kind of confusing. She was funny. One of her sayings was that she knew everything and she had knowledge of all things. That was one of her sayings. She kept saying that. So I know everything and I have knowledge of all things. In French, obviously. So yeah, you could not contradict my grandma, or you might lose your head. But I had moved away when she passed, and she had Alzheimer's, so I didn't really get to learn from her. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, I had moved away from my hometown for college when she passed, and her disease was already too advanced to teach me to crochet when I was older. So she taught you the basics, and you taught yourself that is cool. French is a beautiful language, but uh, Canadian French is a little bit weird and a little bit rougher, maybe. So yeah, it's a quite different language, different way to talk. And it's funny because French people don't understand a word we say, but we understand everything they say. Why do you think that is? But yeah, if you talk with a French Canadian accent to a French person, my roommate is from France actually, and when I talk to him, he doesn't understand the thing I say. I have to tone down everything for him. So, yeah. Some of your ancestors were French Canadian. That's cool. But yeah, my grandma was a wise old sage who knew everything and had knowledge of all the things. I was real close to my grandma. She lived past 100. That's awesome. My grandma passed in her mid to late 90s, I think. So quite old. But when you have a degenerative, what's the name for that disease like Alzheimer's, it's quite tricky. And yeah, she lived a very long time for having to deal with that. So I'm thankful, but also towards the end, it was quite difficult. And not to be too romantic and cheesy, but she passed away exactly a year after my grandpa. She waited his passing date to pass away as well. And so yeah, that was something um quite intense. And they still loved each other even though they were that old. They spent their whole lives together. Even when she was very sick and forgetful, she never forgot him. She kept asking for him because she didn't remember he was dead. So That was quite heartbreaking. I'm sorry. I know this is a bit of a sad chat, but yeah. One thing my grandpa said before he passed was that he hoped we would put all the problems aside, and that we would take this opportunity to come together again as a family, because there was a lot of beef and a lot of drama in my family, and there still is to this day. But he said that he hoped that after he had passed, we wouldn't stop coming together, and you know, but we did. We don't really see each other anymore. A very small part of us does Christmas parties and Christmas dinners sometimes. I don't really visit there anymore because it's far from where I live, but yeah. She did a lot of sewing. So she did crochet, she knit as well, and she did sewing and a bunch of stuff. She did quilting too. When I was a kid, she made me a giant quilt. Well, it was giant for me at the time because I was a kid, but quite big quilt, and I still had it until I was 16. Actually, my mother-in-law at the time, I wasn't married, but like my boyfriend's mom, if I can say, was pissed at me for bringing that, and it was kind of old and destroyed, so she threw it away without asking, and I was just like, dude, my grandma made this. Don't throw that away. I know that's a sad ending. I'm sorry. But yeah. But it was old. It was full of holes. And, it was about time. But, when you're really attached to something, sometimes it just casually disappears because your parents are just tired to see you walking around with it, and they casually make it disappear. you know that was kind of that deal. Same. But even though I was 16, I still loved that blanket. Oh, you had that happen to a blankie. I'm sorry. It's always so difficult when that happens. When I was a kid, I had a giant bunny and it was pinned to my wall, because it was really, really big. And so my mom pinned it as a decoration. And um, essentially, my mom passed away when I was 12. So I moved to my dad's. And when I moved out of the house, so some of my plushies still stayed there. And my dad gave the bunny to the dog, to his dog. It was a big Easter bunny, and it had all pastel colors. It was basically white and lavender, and it had a bunch of uh, things in different pastel colors. I don't remember quite well, but yeah. And so, yeah, my dad just said, "Yeah, you're not home anymore." So I just gave it to the dog, and I was just like, Dad, that was a sad moment. But it was a big giant bunny, so it took quite a bit of space. It was maybe this big, so. And also, well, well, a bunch of other plushies eventually made their way to the dog because he got into the bin it was in. So, yeah. You still have a crocheted Afghan that your grandmother made. That's awesome. I wish I still had stuff from her. I'll ask my stepmother if she still has any of them in the closet. Like one of the shawls, maybe? Because we had quite a bit of shawls. You still have a pretty beat up dolphin. That's cool. Oh, from the 60s. That's a while ago. It lasted quite a bit. That's awesome. The poor thing has no stuffing. Oh no, it's missing an eye. Oh, it's a disabled dolphin. It still deserves love. It's still worthy of being loved. I bet I wouldn't be able to either. I get quite attached to objects, especially from my younger days. So in our younger time, My grandma used to crochet doilies and very fancy things as well. And I so wish I had any of that stuff, but it was all given away. But yeah, I think maybe some of my aunts might have kept some of them, but yeah, I didn't get access to any of that. And when I was young, anyway, I wouldn't have cared too much about crochet, unfortunately. But yeah, she used to crochet those amazing, fancy lacy things, curtains, and everything. And my mom had a basket of the slippers my grandma crocheted for us. She made so many slippers that she just would distribute them to anyone visiting our house, really. Every time we'd visit, she'd be like, "Here's some slippers for you." And so, yeah. Yes, I have. I've made doilies. Right now, I have one on my altar, so I'm not gonna get that. It's under a bunch of stuff. And I have another one that is put away. Oh, maybe I could show you the photos actually. But yes, I have made doilies, and I quite enjoy it actually. I want to make more this year, maybe. Okay. I have to find it. No, I don't have the pictures right now. Okay, for some reason, I don't have photos of that. It's probably on my PC. Maybe on Instagram. Hmm. Okay, well, I have a picture of one of them. This is the Sweetheart Soiree by Draguna. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but look at this. So it's red with a black border. And this is size 5 crochet thread. This is the MC Petra. And I didn't starch this, so it stayed really soft and nice, and that's how I like it. And those patterns are so easy. This one is for free, available on her website actually. So I can just put her website in the chat real quick. I hope it will work. I can't seem to click on those links for some reason. You can still copy paste them, but yeah. I don't know if that's enabled in the chat. You've never worked with anything smaller than 2 weight. Yeah, I've used crochet thread a little bit. It's not my preferred thing to work with because I quite struggle, but this was a fun make. It's stunning. And the other one I've made has a bunch of skulls. I don't have a photo of that right now, unfortunately, but it was fun as well. It's a bit more of a silly, funny doily than anything, so. But yeah, and she has an Instagram as well. See, we already have 20 rows, and now I just have 3 more rows to finish. See how big this is? And it covers most of the bat. And yeah, they're quite huge, so they're very, very big. I'll show that to you sometime. Um, I would have to get it from my room at the moment. I was pretty nervous about working with two weight for the first time. I was two when I tried that. The four stranded cotton are a little bit hard to get into at first, but I'll show you in a second how that ended up. But I was quite proud of what I managed to do. So I was working on the Marisol shawl from Obi with one of their Halloween cakes. So I okay. Let me find that. I have a bunch of pictures of it since that was um my first big cotton shawl. But look, and this is using the colorway Haunted House from their Halloween Dahlia line, and it uses a cake and a full cake and a portion of another one, just because I used the small 800 meters ones. But yeah, and was my first time working with it. At first, I was getting really frustrated because some of the strands would go away, but I really quite like how it turned out. So, and now I'm a big fan of their cakes. It's one of my favorite yarn to work with from Obi, and I think they do cake yarn quite well. Never disappointed with it. So yeah. Oh wait, let's pick that back up. I only have one row to do. After that, I'm only left with the top of the wing to work. And then after that, we'll be doing the second wing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Perfect. Now we're doing the top of the wing. 1, 2, 3. And let's cut this. And yeah, um, fast enough and hide the tail. And this is the left wing, I think. I think I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yeah, this is the no, this is the right wing actually. And after that, I'm gonna make the left wing. And I'm gonna take a little break. I'm just gonna weave this tail in, and I'm gonna take a break for a moment here. I'm just gonna stream until I reach 2 hours. Then I'm gonna link that other streamer Granny D mentioned, and then I'll be done for the day. I've talked quite a bit today, so my throat is getting a little bit sore. But I feel like we had a nice chat about tea and everything, so alright. Let's get that little tail done with. I'm gonna check that I made it the right way around. 'Cause, yeah. For some reason, the PDF reader thingy messes up my patterns. So Okay. Okay, I'm finished with this now. Okay, sorry, I was just trying to get to the right space again in the pattern. And I'm starting to get hungry a little bit, so I think I will be making dinner now. I appreciate your company while crocheting. Well, I appreciate your company as well. Thank you so much for your support and for your company during my lives. And yeah, I try to say it every chance I get because I truly appreciate everyone here. And I would be bored. I would be so bored with all of this. Yeah, I'm gonna link her live actually before we all go. Queen's Crafts by Bridget. I'm gonna link that if I can. Okay, it's right here. So please head on over there if you want to watch more things. So thanks everyone. Have a good day. Yeah, I'm gonna cook some food. So I might join there after that. But see you.